Hi, I'm Mike Bush. One of the reasons our results are so good.
If the beam drifts along the vehicle in the direction of travel while it's firing, the gun is fooled into thinking the vehicle is travelling faster than it actually is. Just watch this. Stationary car, what do you do?
Well, I have a stationary car, I've got a speed meter, let's see how fast the car's going. 8 miles an hour.
That's what enables us to do what we're here to do. And we all know what that is.
We do make mistakes. We're not perfect.
But you might take a special notice just at the bottom here. Can you see the bit I'm pointing out? Enforcement area. So you can't say you weren't warned. Hey guys, well, dropped off my daughter to where she wanted to go. We see the old ETL 812, stopped there and film, but I thought I've actually got some time to kill today. So I figured it's not really going to hurt to go back down when I've got to go back down there anyway soon. Sit around for a wee while, have a ciggy, stick that in the ground up the road, and just in case, because that one's a long stick, but I figured it's even better to have two. So one I'm going to hammer into the ground up the road, and the other one I'm going to hammer in the ground down the road. Or I might just hold on to it and just sit there with my boot open with that up there like that, you know. So what? Either way, I'm sick to death of them making a shitload of money, not actually keeping the speed down. People still come speeding down the corner, they just get ticketed for it. Doesn't stop them speeding, they forget about it soon after. So my signs, they'll see that and that will slow them down. They won't get a ticket, it will also keep the speed down, and we'll see how it goes. Now I've also, as I said, I'm going to attach in this clip the email that I sent to tickets@police.govt.nz, which is just the infringement email, and I've asked them to please supply every single speed camera deployment registrar of the 68. Now I've recorded 77, but some of them were stationary cops, but the speed cameras, there's been 68, now 69. So I'm asking for the deployment registers for every single one of those instances that I can verify because I've recorded, and we'll see how much money they've made. And from now on, every time I see another speed camera in my local area, I'm also going to put another official information request in, asking for the registrar of every time I see and record one, each time, because I have a right to ask for that information, and because I want to see how much money these guys are making. And today, well, if I stick those signs out, perhaps they might not make as much, and it would be good to see that information. Anyway, keep you posted. Have a great day. Bye.
Sent to ticket@police.government.nz, December 28, 2016. Greetings. Please advise us on the correct procedure to obtain copies of speed camera deployment registrars. Over the last 3 years we have recorded 70 plus instances locally and can supply the dates and rego plates of the instances we wish to investigate. Namely ETL 813, ETL 812, ETL 814, GGQ 956. Between October 2013 until present, GGQ 956 on HWY16, currently, Waimaku. As recently signs of high crash risk have appeared locally and clearly there has been no shortage of revenue extraction via fines by these entrapment devices. How come after now 75 cameras locally since 2013 the risk has increased? We can guarantee when we sit up from these mainly mufti vehicles notifying oncoming traffic of their presence we lower speed, whereas issuing the fine does not. We estimate a minimum of $1.5 million has been extracted locally by these men hiding in police vehicles. We have recorded them littering after cleaning their windows, and are disgusted by the frequency of their appearance. We will not be renewing our person's license when it expires 2017, as there is no obligation for myself to require one to travel freely from one point to another, yet it is used for justification to issue infringements. Of course then I will not be required to register my property as a vehicle, as no obligation to do so exists. Unless you can provide evidence that myself, a man, equal to any other, is obliged to possess such a thing as a license in the first place, which you cannot. We are not legally trained and do not understand any legalization, as we are sure neither do you unless trained in the language. We have had our facts confirmed by your Ministry of Justice. To be clear, to argue/clarify, we require to know to correct process to obtain the public information showing how your speed camera revenue collection does nothing to keep speed down. For example, December 23, 2012, ETL 813. 7 HRS deployed. 2,754 vehicles passed. 638 issued tickets, 1 out of every 5 vehicles, 90 vehicles per HR. 638 x $30 minimum ticket equals $19,140. Good money for 7 HRS of Alan sitting on his arse. And that is $30 minimum ticket. I expect much higher. In reality. So $20,000 x 75 cameras equals $1,500,000. This correspondence will be posted for public purview along with any response or lack of. I will be happy to make a recorded phone call soon should I not receive an appropriate response. I do not understand Section 50 of your Policing Act 2008, so don't bother with the warnings, although I do find them humorous. Note, as well as recording your revenue collection for years, I have also recorded hundreds of police encounters, and on occasion, had no problem correcting their errors when overstepping. We look forward to hearing from you. Note, failure to respond within 10 working days shall constitute a tacit agreement that NZ police are aware of the public being extorted under color of law and choose to remain silent. Silence is acquiescence. Happy to make an OIA request should it be needed. Warm regards. Mark. Mr. M.D.E. Keane. Should you wish to see the evidence and facts, go to https://www.youtube.com/watch v=PHNFQ_OKey Mark Otho Keane, on YouTube. See Megatrolled. Simon Spaniard, PT3. I call MOJ to see if any prosecutions. In this clip, the MOJ confirms no license, no enforcement under LTA 1998. The NZ Police respond January 12. Dear Mr. Keane, on behalf of the Commissioner, I acknowledge your request of January 9, 2017. You asked for copies of the speed camera deployment registers for police vehicles ETL 813, ETL 812, ETL 814, GGQ 956, since October 2013, current day. Your request is being actioned and you will be responded to in accordance with the provisions of the Official Information Act 1982. Kind regards. Ali Sedgwick, Ministerial Services Advisor. On January 20, NZ Police respond to my request for deployment registers. Dear Mr. Keane, I have been assigned to draft police's response to your Official Information Act request relating to speed camera deployments. Your request currently seeks 1. Copies of the speed camera deployment registers for police vehicles ETL 813, ETL 812, ETL 814, GGQ 956, since October 2013, current day. However, the volume of data that this request potentially encompasses is significant and requires substantial research and collation. Therefore, if you could please clarify what precise information you are seeking, police will attempt to provide you with the relevant information, as per our obligations under the Official Information Act 1982. If you could please provide a response by 5 p.m., January 26, 2016. Should you wish to discuss this further or seek advice, feel free to contact me. Kind regards. Travis. Travis Mills Road Policing Advisor. I respond the same day back with, greetings Travis. I have personally recorded 77 instances that can be verified. I have offered to supply more detail and clarification to which I had no response. I shall compile the dates and plates I wish supplied. You shall receive this within the next 24 HRS. I was thinking that the amount of detail that Ali had stated would be supplied to be excessive. I will be in touch shortly with more detail. Warm regards. Later that day. Hello again Travis. Please find the information you have requested attached. Warm regards. Why do we have safety cameras? International research clearly shows that safety cameras change driver behavior and have a positive road safety impact. Police and safety camera enforcement of safer speeds and running of red lights at intersections is a crucial part of reducing death and serious injuries on our roads. Safety cameras are placed in high-risk locations where officer enforcement may not be possible for a variety of reasons like road layout and the safety of drivers and officers. Running red lights at intersections is a road risk that nobody should take. There were 257 fatal and 2,882 serious injury crashes at intersections from 2011 to 2015. Of those, 9 were fatal crashes and 141 were serious injury crashes caused by a driver running a red or an amber light. The number of crashes is substantially reduced when static cameras are used. A study of crash data in the 20 months following the introduction of static cameras in New Zealand in 1993 found a 23% reduction in fatal and serious crashes at urban static camera sites and an 11% reduction in fatal and serious crashes at rural static camera sites. Speed remains one of the main factors for people dying on New Zealand roads. International research shows that by reducing your speed, the severity of a crash can be significantly reduced, and in many cases avoided. Increased speed, regardless of vehicle type, puts vulnerable road users such as pedestrians, cyclists, and motorcyclists at greater risk. For them, drivers stopping at red lights and even a small reduction in vehicle speed could save their life. But police and safety cameras can't do it alone. Road safety is everyone's responsibility. What equipment is being used to enforce speed and red light running on our roads? New Zealand's road safety camera network consists of both static, fixed, and mobile cameras placed at carefully chosen locations throughout the road network. There are 3 types of safety cameras currently operating. Static, fixed, cameras. The camera and a flash unit are mounted on a single pole that has a footprint of about half a square meter along the roadway. These cameras use a dual radar system. Signals from the radars reflect off vehicles and back to the camera. One radar identifies speeding vehicles by measuring vehicle speed 3 times in quick succession and taking the middle speed. The second radar identifies the lane the vehicle is in and double-checks the speed reading. If the vehicle is speeding, the camera takes a picture. The camera is also able to differentiate between vehicles such as heavy trucks and cars which have different speed limits.
Hey, yippee.
Well, in my little investigation of speed cameras, and according to New Zealand Police's own website, they'd prefer not to issue infringement tickets, so glad I can help. They also say that it costs the New Zealand Police money to issue infringement tickets, so how much of police money is being wasted spending sending out the infringements? I'm sure they're getting compensated.
In 600 meters, at the roundabout, take the third exit onto Old North Road.
As you just heard from the GPS, we are about to turn on the Old North Road because in my little investigation, they've listed 15 new static camera area sites. Or static camera sites or areas. So it has to be 300 metres of straight road where there's a high crash area. So bear that in mind. That means wherever there's been a bad crash, expect to see speed cameras popping up. So
exit the roundabout onto Old North Road.
Anyway,
continue on Old North Road for 2 kilometers.
High crash risk sign there. Area. I'd like to point out I'm doing about 65. Now this road is a particularly hairy road. It's very narrow. It's got sharp ass turns. So that's their excuse for having a static camera here. I would have thought mixing the road would be better. There's the static speed camera there. So, yep, 300 metres of straight road, right up to a sharp ass 45 km. Alright, so perhaps if they fixed that corner, made the road a little bit wider, they wouldn't have crashes there. I mean, this is an alternative route. It's a standard road most people will take to skip going through Kermia. But yeah, it's certainly not a main road. It's an older main road before the new one went in. Hence Old North Road. Alright, so it's my little spiel about the static camera in Kermia. That's listed in the list here. Interestingly enough, that only shows you the location of 15. It doesn't show you the location of the other stationary cameras that are plastered all over the place. Sunnybrook Road, over on the North Shore is one that comes to mind. 3 on Great North Road, all on the one road. It's a very, very long road, but there's 3 there. Predominantly where there's an incline or on a hill, where people will predominantly just naturally gain speed if they don't have their foot on the brakes to, slow down. It's a downhill. That's where they like to plant their cameras. It's where they like to plant the muffy cameras. Just thought I'd add that. Bye.
Red light cameras. The camera system uses radars to track and capture vehicles running the red light. The primary radar scans and tracks vehicles as they approach the intersection. If a vehicle crosses the stop line during a red light phase, a camera photographs the rear of the vehicle. A second radar, known as the validation radar, ensures the photograph taken is of the breaching vehicle. Mobile cameras. Police operate mobile cameras in vehicles which are deployed to high-risk crash sites across New Zealand. The cameras include a radar system that measures vehicle speed and a flash for nighttime photography. Traffic camera operators run the camera equipment from inside the vehicles and are able to observe any images taken and make adjustments to image quality when required. They cannot alter any of the radar settings or the speed at which a camera system takes a photograph. Police officers also use radar and laser devices to enforce speed limits to help reduce death and serious injury on our roads. Radar devices are mounted on patrol car dashboards. They can measure the speed of vehicles driving towards and away from the patrol car, and the speed of vehicles in front of and behind it. They can be used while the patrol car is moving or stationary. Infringement notices issued by officers using radar devices carry demerit points as well as a fine. Laser devices. Laser devices use invisible laser beams to measure the speed of individual vehicles in a stream of traffic. Trained police officers hold the devices when stationary, such as standing by the roadside, or from the front seat of a patrol car, and point them at cars to get a speed reading. Infringement notices issued by officers using laser devices carry demerit points as well as a fine. Pace check. Police will use a vehicle equipped with certified speedometer to follow a speeding vehicle to determine its travel speed. How are camera sites selected? Safety cameras are placed in areas where there is a problem with excessive speed and/or where there is an identified crash risk, and/or where research shows a history of crashes causing death and/or serious injury. Around schools and kindergartens. Police, in conjunction with NZTA's safety team and an independent transportation sector expert, ably transportation consultants, have developed the static camera site selection methodology to identify locations on the road network that have a proven history of crashes or potential for crashes resulting in death or serious injury. How accurate is the equipment used to enforce speed? Transport law requires all speed detection equipment, including safety cameras, radars, lasers, and vehicle speedometers, to be checked, calibrated, and certified every year. Any new camera is subject to a rigorous testing and approval process before being used. How secure is information collected by the safety cameras? Images are stored digitally and cannot be overwritten or altered. A security indicator prevents the image from being tampered with at any stage. All images and information such as time, date, and location are encrypted. Static and red light camera images are transferred wirelessly over a secure network. Mobile speed camera images are downloaded by mobile camera operators and transferred to the Police Infringement Bureau for processing. Who gets the money from safety camera infringements? Police does not retain any of the money from infringements. The money goes to the government's consolidated fund. It actually costs police to issue notices. Police would be delighted not to have to issue any infringements, as this would show everyone was driving safely and not putting themselves or others at risk. This would see deaths and serious injuries on our roads reduce significantly. Static Camera Expansion Program. Why is the static camera network being expanded? The Static Camera Expansion Program is part of the government's Safer Journeys road safety strategy. Safer Journeys established a vision for New Zealand of a safe road system increasingly free of death and serious injury. Research shows that police enforcement is a crucial part of improving compliance with speed limits and reducing death and serious injury on our roads. The Static Camera Expansion Program will expand the static camera fleet to 56 high crash risk locations across the road network. How are camera sites selected? The Static Camera Expansion Program selects sites for static cameras where there is an identified crash risk, and/or where research shows a history of crashes causing death and/or serious injury. Police, in conjunction with New Zealand transport agencies, NZTA, safety team and an independent transportation sector expert, ably transportation consultants, have developed the static camera site selection methodology to identify locations on the road network that have a proven history of crashes or potential for crashes resulting in death or serious injury. What information is used by the methodology? The methodology uses two sets of information, basic road and mapping data as well as crash data. Road and mapping data. The road and mapping data is sourced from TerraLink, which is a New Zealand-based property and analytics company. The road and mapping data was analyzed, resulting in 108,180 kms of road network being used to inform the methodology. Crash data. The crash data is sourced from the NZTA's Crash Analysis System. CA is an integrated computer system that provides tools to collect, map, query, and report on road crash and related data. It contains data collected from all traffic crashes reported by police. The methodology uses all injury crashes that occurred in the 10 years between January 1, 2005 and December 31, 2014, inclusive. Injury crashes cover the following types of crashes: crash resulting in fatality, severe crash resulting in serious injury, minor crash resulting in minor injury. The crash, road, and mapping data analysis helps enable a camera's site to be determined. The following characteristics also need to be met. For the placement of a camera, the road must be at least 300 m long, not be too curved, as cameras need a relatively straight length of road to operate, have a deteriorating trend in crashes occurring in the last 5 years, have the ability for vehicles to travel above the speed limit, have a majority of crashes that are not intersection related, have crashes that indicate a high probability of a fatal or serious injury crash in the future. How are the methodology results used? The analysis conducted based on the described methodology has identified various camera sites across the road network where static cameras could potentially be placed. However, before a camera can be installed, police and relevant experts undertake a thorough evaluation of the identified camera sites to determine whether the site is physically and operationally suitable for a camera. In consultation with relevant stakeholders, the camera site is then agreed and the process to install and operationalize a static camera is initiated.
One of the reasons our results are so good is because of the high levels of public trust and confidence.
Now fuck off.